heads, roly-poly fish heads, fish heads, eat them up, yum. Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them.
Roly-poly. Hey guys, what's going on? And it's your pal, Chris, aka MrRamone420, coming in with a brand new review for you today. And I know it's been a little while since I've talked to you guys, and in case you're interested in seeing my last review, I'll put a link somewhere in this video, this blog. But wait till after I'm done talking about this next movie. Good to see you, all of you. I missed you. And this new one is going to be a little interesting experience to talk to you about. Now I'm going to ask you, how many of you have preferred, how many of you have heard of Ricky Shore Sings the Blues? If the answer is yes, well then you're probably a fan of them. If the answer is no, you're probably like me, say 3 or 4 months back. I just found out about them through people I knew and people interacted with them back and forth. And apparently they've been doing videos for well over 7 years, something like 500 or 600 videos, all 3 or 4 minute shorts. Really messed up. Some of them violent, some of them insane. Most of the time it's, you know, the couples Alex and Marissa Murphy. Alex is playing the nut job, while Marissa is playing the, you know, the straight guy routine. And they're kind of doing the same thing in this one as well in their new film Paycheck, which is written, directed, produced, edited, and camera and other cinematography, bouquets, and other things that were all done by Alex and Marissa Murphy, but it's produced by Eat the Chosen One. And this copy is actually from the Slaughter in Syracuse edition. I got 27 out of 40, so yay. This is actually the rough cut edition of Paycheck. Hard to describe what exactly this film's about, but I'll try the best that I can. Now the film begins where Alex has just gone back from an improv class where the teacher basically told him, don't come back. We really don't want you. You're just that bad. Marissa's there to make sure he feels better and tell him it's okay, you're going to be fine. Alex doesn't want to hear any of that because he feels that he is an improv artist and a great actor. He's going to make it someday. But unfortunately, he mopes around the house for a few weeks and just does jack shit until he finds a book. Well, what book do you ask? It's Ayn Rand's The Fountainhead. So after reading the phenomenal Ayn Rand, he decides he has a purpose in life. And what purpose is that? He's going to be a YouTube sensation, and he's going to review movies. And that doesn't work because he realized he sucks at doing that. So he's going to go and review music. And then you realize, oh, he's ripping off someone else. Who may you ask? It's Ricky Shore. What? Ricky Shore? But I thought no. Apparently, in this film, Ricky Shore is Alex and Marissa's babysitter for town. And through this whole situation of him wanting to be a YouTube sensation, he's basically ripping off everyone else, from magazines to websites to especially Ricky Shore. He's taking everything from Ricky Shore. He wants to be Ricky Shore or be with Ricky Shore or inside Ricky Shore. I couldn't tell. There were parts of the film where like, oh, are you switching teams or something? I couldn't tell. I'm not going to ask, but but this is where he just, his descension to madness. kicks off, and he just doesn't see Marissa anymore. He doesn't care about town. He doesn't care about, you know, the lovely little dog. Oh, and I forgot to mention, he calls himself in this film on YouTube Noodle at for Ferguson for Noodle Term. So that's what his name is. And throughout the film, but how far his dissension goes is interesting and disturbing, and what the fuck? You now the question is, how far does his dissension go? Well, you have to purchase your own copy to find out, to see what this nutjob will do. Now the question is, what did I think of the film? I just started getting into his skits. I mean, their skits. And their skits are interesting and weird. Sometimes they're violent and funny, and sometimes they're pretty vicious. I'm not going to say it's just awkward. This film had some really good parts and some pretty off parts. Like this scene, the flashback with him meeting Weird Al is priceless. I couldn't stop laughing. But there were a lot of parts in the film where it just, you cringe. I was hoping that, Marissa would have come out with that knife and just stabbed him. Because he came off as the biggest fucking dickhead. Like, you wanted to punch him in a... If I met a Mel Kane around here, I wanted to shove it up his fucking head. It was like, you dick! Oh! Because he didn't care about anything but becoming a YouTube sensation. And that was one of the interesting things that it brought out, where some people's purpose in life is, oh, I got this many views and this many subs, and sometimes it's great, but she said something in the movie, and it's like, my friends, they don't know you. You're not that big of a deal, and which makes sense, and it's a good point. Because there's situations where you don't care, like, oh, big fucking deal. But it was just disturbing, because there were a lot of scenes that were just off. I know they were working by themselves, and it was almost improv at times, and do-yourself situation. It became too much. It's hard to describe, but it needed to be, even the raw cut needed to be cut back. Don't know if it needed to be, this needed to be an hour and a half, but maybe like an hour. I'm just saying. Not bad for your first film. I'm intrigued to see what you're going to be doing for Blowing Raspberries. Yes, they're actually in the process of making this the second film, Blowing Raspberries. So yeah, this is that's the best way I can describe it. I leave you with it's not the best, but it's not the worst. So it's definitely not in the POS theater, because I would have told you if it was meant for POS theater. It's a unique piece of film. But yeah, there was some parts you're like, oh, it did feel cringe-inducing times. Oh my God, I'm rambling on and on. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you want to pick up your own pick up your copy of Paint Check, I'll leave you the link to where you can purchase your copy, and I'll leave you a link to the trailer and whatnot. Guys, thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate it. My next review will be for Phil Stevens' Flowers, whenever I will get to that. And of course, you'll want to stop on by my Facebook page. Who knows, I might be around to talk or not. Most of the time I'm not. You take care. Love all of you, even the ones that don't love me. Love you back. Until next time, rate, comment, subscribe, and don't drink the Kool-Aid. Later.
In the morning, laughing happy fish heads.